Solar flare blackout. What NASA won't tell you until it's too late. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning and every single screen in your life is dead. Your phone, your car, your fridge, the gas pump, the ATM, hospital ventilators, everything that runs on electricity just stops. Not because someone flipped a switch, but because the sun itself decided to sneeze plasma straight at Earth. And the worst part, NASA, NOAA, and every government on the planet already know the next big one is overdue. But they'll never give you the polite, sanitized version right up until the moment the sky lights up like an angry god. Here's what they won. T put on their pretty infographics. A single Carrington-leveled solar super flare, the kind that hit in 1859 and one almost hit in 2012, will induce currents in power lines strong enough to melt the giant transformers that keep entire continents running. Those transformers are custom-built, weigh hundreds of tons, and there are no spares sitting in warehouses. Lead time, 12 to 18 months. If the factories still have power, translation, when the grid goes down from a direct coronal mass ejection hit, it stays down for years, not days. But the blackout is only chapter 1. The real nightmare starts about 6 hours later when the backup batteries at nuclear plants run dry. Every reactor has diesel generators. Sure, but most sites only keep 7 days of fuel on hand. After that, you re-praying the delivery trucks can still move in a world with no functioning pumps or traffic lights. Fukushima showed us what happens when cooling fails. Multiply that by 100 reactors across North America alone, all hitting the same deadline. That glowing cloud drifting over your city isn't special effects. Now let's talk about you. Sitting in your house or apartment, watching society unravel in fast. Day 1, people laugh it off. Fire up the grill, crack beers. Day 3, grocery shelves are empty. Pharmacies are getting smashed. Cops stop answering radios because their repeater towers are fried. Day 7, the first wave of refugees from the cities hits the suburbs because human beings can survive 3 minutes without air, 3 days without water, but only 3 hours without hope, once the realization sinks in that the lights are never coming back on. So how do you not become a statistic? First, understand the threat order. Most people get completely backward. The flare itself isn't going to fry you in your bed. The danger is the cascade. That means your very first job, the moment you see an aurora at latitudes where you've literally never seen one before, Florida, Spain, southern Japan, is to kill every unnecessary circuit in your house. Flip the main breaker. Unplug everything except one chest freezer UV, already converted into a Faraday cage by wrapping it in heavy-duty foil, grounded to a cold water pipe. Inside that freezer go your spare radios, solar charger, LED headlamps, and a laptop with every manual you'll ever need. Why? The second pulse often follows the first by hours or days, and that's the one that cooks anything still connected to the grid or long antennas. Second move, water before everything else. A solar flare doesn't poison rivers, but it kills every pump station within 1,000 miles. If you're on municipal water, the pressure dies in hours. Fill every container you own right now. Bathtubs, pots, trash cans lined with clean bags, while you still can. One person needs 1 gallon per day, minimum for drinking and basic sanitation. A family of 4, 2 weeks. That's 56 gallons before you even think about cooking or flushing. Most preppers stored 2 weeks and call it good. The smart ones cache 6 months because rebuilding the grid will take longer than that. Third, protect your ability to navigate and communicate when GPS satellites start tumbling and every cell tower is a paperweight. A cheap AM/FM shortwave radio with a hand crank is worth more than gold, because the BBC World Service, radio, China, and ham operators will still be transmitting. Learn the phonetic alphabet tonight. Memorize 146.52 megahertz, the national simplex calling frequency. When everything else fails, that's where the living find each other. Fourth, calories that don't need refrigeration or cooking. The average American has maybe 3 days of food in the house. After a flare, delivery trucks stop forever. You want dense, shelf-stable, zero prep calories, peanut butter, honey, jerky, military mysteries. If you can get them, but also the stuff nobody thinks about. Pouches of Indian dal, cans of spiced lentils, sardines in oil. Fat is your friend. Your body will burn it when the temperature plummets because the natural gas pipelines shut down too. Fifth, security through obscurity, not confrontation. The loud guy with the arsenal on YouTube becomes the first target. You want to be gray. Move at dusk, cook with a rocket stove, inside a garage with the door cracked 2 inches so the smoke dissipates before it rises. Blackout curtains aren't optional. Any light after dark is a beacon saying we have food. A dog that doesn't bark at everything is worth 10 motion sensors. Sixth, medical reality check. Insulin goes bad, dialysis centers close, and the pharmacies are stripped in the first 48 hours. If you or someone you love is medication dependent, start rotating a hidden 6-month stash. Now, stored cool and dark. Learn how to compound basic antibiotics from veterinary equivalents. Because Fishmox is just amoxicillin with a different label. And every prepper who has actually been through a hurricane or war will tell you the same thing. Seventh, the psychological weapon nobody preps for: despair. When the sky is on fire with auroras every night and the radio only carries distant voices speaking languages you don't understand, the mind starts negotiating with itself into surrender. You beat that by giving every single day a mission. However small, purify 10 gallons, reinforce 1 window, learn 1 new, not teach your kid 1 useful skill. Purpose is the only antidepressant that still works when the pharmacies are ashes. Look, I'm not here to scare you into paralysis. I'm here to hand you the playbook. The bureaucrats pray, you'll never read. The sun has thrown these tantrums before. It will again. And the clock is honestly ticking, louder than any of us admit in polite company. But knowledge plus preparation beats panic every single time. So tonight, before you close this video, do 1 thing. Just 1. That moves you from spectator to survivor. Fill 1 extra jug of water. Buy 1 extra can of beans. Wrap 1 radio in foil. Because when the sky lights up and the world goes dark, the people who took these warnings seriously won't be the ones pounding on your door. They'll be the ones quietly walking away from the chaos, ready for whatever comes next.